Well, hello, good people. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. I'm back here at the Red Brick House, and it has been a drama-filled day with the Cowboys. We heard while I was on my way down here that Rob Ryan, excuse me, Rex Ryan was on the short list of coaches to be interviewed for the vacant Dallas Cowboys defensive coordinator's spot, which is interesting because his brother, immediately after the Cowboys um, made it known that they were looking for a new defensive coordinator after Dan Quinn was hired, his brother, Rob, who has been the defensive coordinator for the Cowboys, said he's interested in interviewing for that job. So now we're hearing about all kinds of people who are interested in this. Now there was an article that was out by A to Z Sports that said that Mike Vrabel was interested in the defensive coordinator role, but was not that the Cowboys weren't into him, so he didn't get an interview. And it also said that that there was an interest there from Wink Martindale to get the job, but he also was not actually going to be interviewed. And I don't know what to make of any of that because we've heard so much different minutia about this whole process of who's in and who's out. Apparently, Wink Martindale must not be old enough for the Cowboys to consider him for their defensive coordinator position. All I have to say is that Jerry Jones, he is in his element right now, and I believe Jerry Jones is just effing with you. Okay? I'm serious. Jerry Jones is just living his best life, screwing us fans over, and having us literally jump through hoops. This is getting to be crazy. The amount of crap, that's what I'm going to say, the amount of crap that we are getting from the Dallas Cowboys on this whole situation. I mean, seriously, we are, Mike Vrabel, say what you will about him, he's only had 1 year experience in being a defensive coordinator, but was a head coach of the Titans for many, many seasons and actually did some really good things. At least you can say he has been out there recently, as opposed to a lot of the guys we're interviewing right now. We start talking about Rex Ryan. Rex Ryan has not coached as a head coach since 2016. And I'm trying to understand what it is the Cowboys have with people that have been away from the sport for so long. Here it is, Martavius Bryant has been suspended for how many years? 4 years, 3 years? Oh, let's bring that guy in. Alden Smith, he's been suspended for all these years. Let's bring that guy in. At the moment, it just feels like we're just bringing in names. We're bringing in names so that way people like me and my man Game Time Brian and Law Nation and everybody else can just be here talking. Jerry Jones has literally got us wrapped around his finger and is just effing with us. That's the bottom line. He's just effing with us and teasing us with people left and right. That's the only explanation that I have to do this. This whole thing of I got no problem with you bringing people in and talking to as many people as possible. I've got no problem. In fact, I would rather you bring in more people and get a perspective of a perception of who is going to be the best fit. Okay? I like that. What I have a problem is the people that you're bringing in, if you're not going to go through the whole process, you don't kick the tires on possibilities that might be better. Mike Vrabel at least is part of that new wave of type of coach. Although some people say he's too big. I guess they look at him and think he's a Sasquatch or something, and he might be too intimidating for the players. Quite frankly, I would rather him be so intimidating that they're scared to death to come on the sidelines failing. I'm okay with that. I'm okay personally because when I see how the Cowboys act on the sidelines, like a bunch of, when things go down, like a bunch of whiny little biatches, and when I see things about Sam Williams constantly with 8 penalties of special teams, I'd like to have a coach that would say, sit your ass down, as opposed to my grandpa, as opposed to my grandfather. Because this stuff that we're doing here is no different. As much as Jerry Jones says, we're all in. We're all in. We're gonna do things differently. We're gonna be all in. Is a bunch of bullshit. It's bullshit. He doesn't mean it. Because how different is it if you're not even going to interview a Mike Vrabel, right? I mean, and I'm not saying that he's the best choice, but you look at it and say, that guy took the Tennessee Titans to being the #1 seed. He did. He did. With Ryan Tannehill. Why wouldn't you at least kick the tires on him? This is like Bobby Wagner. Bobby Wagner saying, I'd like to come in and be a Cowboy. And you don't bother to talk to him. This is like Von Miller saying, hey, I'm interested in being a Dallas Cowboy. And you don't even entertain it. This is like Hopkins saying, I'd like to play for the Cowboys. And you don't entertain it. See, these are the problems that we have. One, to have somebody who wants to be there means they're motivated. I'm not going to say that everybody who wants to come to the Dallas Cowboys is going to be a home run, and that it's going to be that it's going to work. A lot of people just say, hey, I'd like to go there because it's the Cowboys and I'm going to get a name and everything else. Doesn't mean that everybody is there. But here's the thing, something I have learned. The day you stop learning is the day you die. And everybody, and I mean everybody, can teach you something if your mind is open to it. You may bring in one of these guys, they may wow you with something that you have never even thought about. And this is what drives me crazy, is when you hear about and see possibilities out here, we are the last one at the table here trying to get our coaching staff together. And when you say we're trying to make a big splash, I would say Mike Vrabel would be a bigger splash than Rex Ryan. I don't know what to even think anymore. I am at my wit's end when it comes to the Cowboys and trying to understand this stuff. It is just literally crazy. But hey, this is the life of being a Dallas Cowboy fan. Jerry Jones, he just likes effing with you. So I can get the rest of the stuff hooked up here because I know there'll be more drama to deal with. I'm Mark Holmes, and I appreciate you guys.